Hey there, Stephen Indrisano here, writer and creator of Shelterwood, a Suburban Gothic. If you enjoy the show and would like access to early and ad-free listening, please consider joining our Patreon community. Thank you for listening, and enjoy the show.
Shelterwood contains mature themes and graphic content that may not be suitable for all audiences. For a full list of content warnings, please check our transcript in the episode description. Listener discretion is advised. Last time on Shelterwood.
I have a theory that we are standing even now on the dream terrain of Jung's collective unconscious.
You better be back here next week with some fresh tape for us.
The house is throwing a temper tantrum.
We've always got room. You can stay as long as you'd like.
Okay. Before I say what I'm about to say, know that you will perhaps be a little confused about it. Just stay with me. Ready? Okay. I booked a room at the Phoenix Nest Motel. Hey, Saul. Welcome to the charming Phoenix Nest. I've just checked into room 217. I know. Why would you trust a motel outside of reality? Well, let me put it to you this way. It was 2 a.m., and I had just clawed my way out of a storm drain after being chased by a house-headed toddler. I needed a goddamn shower. The decor, as you can tell, is a wee bit dated. The brown-orange shag carpet is heinous, admittedly, but it is pretty soft. I'm gonna leave the camera running here while I sleep, just in case. The door is locked and bolted, so it is time for a wash.
You'll notice that you can hear Nick showering in the other room here. That's because he left the camera running. It must have felt like one more layer of protection. Why sleep with one eye open if you've got something electric doing that for you? As a result, we got to actually review the tape on this part of Nick's journey.
Can you see me, Saul? Listen, I am bone tired, so I'm just gonna let myself rest for as long as I need to. You are going to watch me sleep, just in case. So, here's hoping, for once, that nothing happens.
Nick gets into bed. He's snoring within minutes. That's where we'll leave him for now, because it's time to check in with Shelterwood expert and new friend, Monica Mandeville.
Hey.
Hey, Mo. How's your week going?
Work sucks. It's been raining for like 4 days.
Gross.
Yeah. How about you?
Not a whole lot going on here. I had that dream again.
The driving one?
Yeah. It's weird. I know the crash is coming, but I can't stop. I can't take my foot off the gas. This time, Nick actually took off his seatbelt. He wanted the impact to... Well, anyways, I woke up right before we hit the tree.
Freaky. I'm sorry that's happening to you. Have you tried not eating before bed?
While Nick was out in the woods, Monica and I discovered a strange kind of kinship. We both obsessed over research. Neither of us have a lot of friends out in the real world. Not deep ones, anyway. And, of course, we'd both lost people to Shelterwood. So, we came to socialize the only way we knew how. By toppling heads over heels back down the rabbit hole that is Shelterwood.
Okay, enough chit-chat. I'm sending you a link to a folder. I separated out a bunch of videos that all happen at the same place. I figure it might be important.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's called the Phoenix Nest Motel. Doesn't seem like a lot of good things happen there.
Oy vey. Well, let's see what we got here. What you're hearing is security footage that Monica sent me. You'll hear the camera pan left and right repeatedly, scanning back and forth over an ice machine in the middle of a long hallway. The camera never settles on the machines. It only ever pauses on the long hallways on either side. Hallways with dozens of doors and ugly red-yellow carpeting, tinted gray by the cheap camera feed. First, we see the right side. And then briefly, we see the ice machine before getting a view of the left hall. A door opens, and a man stumbles out mere feet from the camera. Bucket in hand, he heads for the ice machine. And there, on the other side of the hall, another door opens at the far end of the corridor. You can only just see a man exiting his room dressed in a nice, if not dated, pinstripe suit. He closes the door and locks it as the camera pans back to the left. Now we get a closer look at the first man. He looks downright ill. His shirt is soaked through with sweat, and he doesn't seem fully awake. The camera, of course, doesn't linger on the machines. It rests on the empty left hall as we hear the man fill his ice bucket. Cue camera pan right. The suited man approaches. His walk is confident and light, purposeful. And as he nears, it becomes clear that he bears a striking resemblance to the other man. They could be twins. You can just start to hear him whistling as the camera swivels back. Here, again, we briefly see that man number 1 has noticed man number 2. He's turned just enough towards the camera that you can read the confusion on his face, the tension in his posture. And just like that, he's off screen again. The camera lands and lingers on the empty left hall. When the camera scans back right, both men are gone. The only evidence they were ever there is the ice bucket, half filled. But wait. Pause. The ice machine flap is open slightly. Monica and I ran over these few bare frames over and over again. Something is sticking out from the ice machine. Something anatomical. I think it looks like a hand, groping, clawing to get out. Monica thinks it looks like a shred of torn fabric, or worse, a swatch of skin, caught on the edge of the door. The video continues, and the man in the pinstripe suit can be seen for the briefest moment before going back into his room. When the camera passes back left, the ice bucket and hand are gone. The video ends, followed by a familiar voice over the image of a house upside down, circumscribed by a watchful eye.
This message is a warning about danger. This place is best shunned and left uninhabited. Do not come here. Do not cross over. Leave well enough alone. Stay out of Shelterwood.
Hey, Saul. I just woke up to... you can hear it. I guess a full night's sleep was too much to ask for. Here we go again. What? What is it? Look, I'm not opening this door, so you may as well just tell me what you want.
Sadie died because of you.
What?
You heard me, you sad sack piece of shit.
Who are you? How do you know about Sadie?
You're ashamed of yourself, right? About how you weren't there? Good. You should be ashamed. You're her brother. She needed you.
Who are you? Hey, no, what? This is my room. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in! Let me in! Let me in!
Can't hide in there forever, Nick. I'm coming for you. One way or another.
Solomon, man. That was me out there.
So what did you think?
Let's see. I think I'd prefer to see fewer people die.
Solomon, work with me here.
Fine. Okay. Major thing I picked up on, lots of people having, crazy emotional breakdowns.
Agreed. I feel like usually people are too happy in Shelterwood. So, what's up with this place?
Are we sure it's even in Shelterwood?
If you look at the room18.mp4, you can see a Shelterwood info packet on the bed.
Wait, for real?
Yup. Check it out.
She just keeps coming. I'm out of food. I can't leave my room, and God, why does she have to be so mean?
There! Holy crap, you're right! You're unbelievable.
I've got a lot of practice.
Okay, so this is like a very specific, very special place in Shelterwood, but what is it?
That's where I could use some help.
You know, I bet I can guess who that is. Fuck it. Hello?
You're not alone, you're not alone.
What do you want?
Give me a call and I'll pick up the phone. You're not alone, you're not alone. I've got a melody and a little song.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? God damn it! God.
About a week later, Monica and I circled back to discuss the motel, both the deeply disturbing avalanche of footage and any patterns or themes that we could find. One of the themes, you may have noticed, was the doppelganger.
Hey!
Yo, how was researching literature for a change?
Kinda relaxing. Maybe I should join a book club.
You know, if that's what you take away from all of this, I'm happy for you.
Mind if I dive in?
Please.
So, doppelgangers. A supernatural/literary term for a concept that is apparently as old as human civilization. Your shadow self, your uncanny twin. Now, I'm not going to go full art history lesson here, but very rarely is meeting one's doppelganger a good thing. From what I can tell from the motel tapes, meeting your double in Shelterwood has many of the same effects as what's described in literature. People are confronted by some horrible part of themselves, and they tend not to live through the experience. Thoughts?
The only thing I would add is sometimes doppelgangers aren't the worst versions of people. Sometimes they're the best versions, the people we think we could be.
Right, sure. Which might explain why so many doppelgangers at the motel are better dressed or appear more confident than their counterparts.
Sure. But one thing I can't figure out is why a motel? It seems out of place to me. Or as out of place as anything can be in Shelterwood.
Maybe. All right. This is entirely top of brain and might be nonsense, but motels are the quintessential American rest stops, right? Everything about Shelterwood is Americana, but motels are not good places. No one's having a good time in a motel. It's somewhere you go to have your existential crisis or cheat on your spouse. It's last resort housing.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you. Bring it home.
So, my thinking is, if you're going to confront the deepest, most repressed, or not repressed, but sublimated parts of you, the you could have been, or the you're afraid you might be, where else could that happen but at a motel? Staying someplace like that in Shelterwood wouldn't be about comfort or rest at all. It would be about confronting something horrific.
I'm staring at the clock. It's been 10 minutes now. Before that, it was 17. And before that, it was only 5. What I mean is that time slips back into place when I stop looking at the clock. I wasn't sure at first, but if I look away, even for a moment, the clock goes back to 3:18. So, now I'm just trying to keep focus. Oh, God damn it. I'm not answering that. I'm not answering that. So just give it up. 3:18. Again. Here we go. So my goal is to make it all the way to sunrise. Like this. What the fuck?
You can't hide from yourself, Nick. You can't hide from who you are.
Motherfucker just bricked me. Oh my god, that hurts. Fine. What do you want?
Should have been you who disappeared.
Okay, so what? You're trying to guilt trip me?
Someone has to. People have been way too nice to you. You should have done something, and now she's gone.
I'm trying to find her now. You're the one getting in the way of that. I assume this time loop bullshit is your fault.
No. You don't get to blame me. You think I want to be here? If you had been proactive for once in your miserable life, none of this would be happening. No burned house, no funeral, no Shelterwood, and no me.
Okay, so what do you want?
I want you to die, Nick. I want you to die. I'm gonna kill you for what you did to Sadie, to our family.
Our family? You're not even real. You're like a figment of my psyche or some shit like that.
Oh, I'm real, Nick. I'm real, and I'm coming for you. You can run from a lot, but you can't run from me. I'm a fire in the wall. You've got nowhere to go, and nothing to do but choke out.
Hello? Hello? Bastard.
There's one more wrinkle in all this.
What? What do you mean?
I managed to hunt down one of the people who died in the motel.
Oh. What?
Yeah. Read what I just sent you.
Area father kills 6 from Tallahassee Tribune.
Check out the mugshot.
Oh no. Is that?
Mm-hmm. The Ice Bucket Man.
Oh, God.
Keep reading.
Area father of 3, Douglas McIntyre, was arrested on 6 charges of homicide. According to his wife, those slain were one-time business associates of McIntyre, and he had previously described them as friends. Something changed about him, she told reporters. When asked for comment, McIntyre said cryptically, he never had the guts.
Apparently the lawyer pushed for the incredibly rare insanity plea on the grounds that Douglas would occasionally refer to his past self as a different person, but Douglas wouldn't agree to it. He died in prison the next year, but no one seems to know exactly what happened to him. He just wasted away. Regardless, it seems pretty clear to me what happened here, don't you think?
Sure. That thing, Douglas's doppelganger, got out somehow. Escaped the motel and then escaped Shelterwood.
Right. Now, think about all the videos I sent you. All the doubles who won.
Dozens. There's gotta be dozens.
That we know of.
How many of them are still out there somewhere?
You know, I'm getting real tired of life or death situations. Okay, it's done. It's not pretty, but the time is, I don't know, just about 3:18 a.m. here at the scenic and no doubt historic Phoenix Nest Motel. I barricaded my bedroom door by shoving the whole TV unit in front of it, and then I had to block off the windows because or that thing that looks like me, wouldn't stop throwing bricks up here and yelling at me. One of them hit me in the shin and tore a chunk of skin off. It hurt like hell. But you know what? That was a mistake on his part. Because the insult, I could handle. The accusations, I could also handle. The gleeful rage, that's something I'm actually pretty familiar with. I like to think he learned it from me. But the damage to my body, my poor, stupid body that didn't sign up for any of this, that was a bridge too far. I'm done being hurt. Solomon, when I was at the mall restocking supplies, I got myself some duct tape. Why, do you ask? Because duct tape is a survival tool. See, about 20 minutes ago, I deconstructed the bedside tables. I unscrewed what I could, broke what I couldn't, and I used some of that tape and cloth salvaged from the bedding to make a kind of armored poncho that will hopefully keep me safe from getting stabbed in the chest or back. I made myself a little neck brace, too, which should be challenging to slice through. Now, I didn't want to weigh myself down too much, so my pants and sleeves don't have any wood on them. That's just more tape. That's just my defense, though. In terms of weapons, I taped together long parts of the bed frame, and I made myself a nice big cudgel. Plus, I grabbed some of the larger pieces of glass from my broken windows, and I have those pocketed for close-range combat. And you know what else, Solomon? I took a fucking brick. Now, there's just one more thing to do.
Hello?
Hi. This is Nicholas DeRoso in room 217. I'll be coming down to check out.
Excellent. We do hope you've enjoyed your stay.
Nick clattered his way out of the room and down to the lobby. Bless his obsessive weirdo heart. He built a pocket into his armor so the mic could still pick up everything that happened. When he got to the lobby, it was empty.
Hello? Hello? I'm here to turn in my key.
I'm sorry, but you still have to pay your tab.
Oh, whoa. The motel just changed. I'm in a coliseum now. A carpeted, wood-paneled coliseum with tacky overhead lighting. Well, welcome to the Phoenix Nest Arena, I guess. At least I came prepared. Oh my God. Solomon, my double, he changed. He's physically How could you? No, I'll tell you after. Here goes nothing.
The house was you who did it. You did it, you!
Oh, shit. My mace broke.
Better if you died. I'll make sure of it. You died. No. No, ignore the house, the smoke, the fire, the failure.
You did this! You did this to me! You attacked me! So eat! Glass! You motherfucker! You are not going to stop me. Nothing is going to stop me. I saved a brick. Yeah, well, you should have thought of that before you threw a goddamn brick at me. This brick, in fact.
Sir, it's time to check out.
Huh? Hello?
Good morning. Sorry to bother you, but your checkout deadline was 15 minutes ago. Will you be staying with us for another night?
No, that's okay. Sorry, I'll be right down.
In the video Nick left running, none of this happened. In the video, we see him get ready for bed, and God, does he look tired. And we see him sleep without issue, barely stirring. The sun comes up, casting thin yellow lines across the room, stretching them across the walls. And those lines settle lazily down, the sun reaching the apex of its arch. That's it. Just a night of deep, uninterrupted sleep. Only his microphone can tell the story of his survival.
Hey, Saul, I guess I needed to sleep. I just had the weirdest dream. I was fighting myself, only it wasn't me. It was huge, and I was put together wrong. It moved on all fours like an animal. Or, no, more like a kid pretending to be a wolf. But not pretending. It was a really vivid dream, but honestly, I feel pretty good now. Strange to say, that was the best night's sleep I've had in a long time. Oh, wow. Okay, it's noon already. I hope I didn't miss continental breakfast.
Does anyone make it out of the motel alive, do you think?
I've been wondering about that. Because, let's say you manage to not get killed by your double. Let's say you tough it out. Let's say you kill your double. What does that do to you? To destroy yourself? Even if you're trying to hurt you? I don't know. This is all much more philosophical than I prefer. I like facts. I like documents. I like things you can look at and touch and verify. But something about the motel is getting under my skin.
Why is that, do you think?
I think about the worst parts of myself all the time. The shit I've done and failed to do. I confront myself every day as it is. I don't like the guilt and the shame. I wish that voice was quieter most days. But to kill it, to kill any part of yourself, no matter how hateful, is that right? Is it survival, or is it self-mutilation?
I get it. Can you kill Mr. Hyde without also killing Dr. Jekyll? That's what's bothering you.
I guess. It's really freaking me out, the whole thing.
Well, the good news is that it's a dead end.
I'm not so sure about that.
What do you mean? Why are you being so cagey about this?
There's one video I haven't sent you yet. Actually, there's a few.
Monica, you're starting to make me a little nervous, friend. What's going on?
It's Nick.
Next time on Shelterwood.
I think I found him.
Shelterwood, a Suburban Gothic was written and produced by Stephen Indrisano and Indrisano Audio, LLC. This episode featured Stephen Indrisano as Nicholas DeRoso and as
Sam Stark as Solomon Crockett,
Nhea Durousseau as Monica Mandeville,
Virginia Spots as the victim.
Ozzie Jacobs as the voice of the Phoenix Nest.
Directed by Sivan
and Madeleine Regina.
Theme composition by Ali Hylton.
Dialogue editing by Sam Stark.
Sound design by Brad Colbrook. Additional music by Monument Studios.
Transcripts by Rook Mogavero.
Production by Hannah Wright.
Special thanks as well to our executive funding producers, Cam Collins and the Fellowship of the Breaking Dawn, a.k.a. the Vermont Party Association. Although some of the locations, people, and events in Shelterwood may seem real, worry not. This is a work of fiction. Thank you for listening. A Bloody FM production.